So, okay, my friends, we are at 5 in a row. Let's see if we can make it 6. We got the, we do have the streak killer out of the way. So now it's time to roll like Fed C to kill our streak. Next random ship in 3, 2, 1, and random. Aha, we already did you. I was just talking about you. Don't you try to sneak up on me. No repeats. 3, 2, 1, and random. Zoltan A. There we go. Zoltan A. We have not done that one. Okay. Thank God for no repeats. Stealth be out of the way. Now I'll just die on the Zoltan A. Okay. Zoltan A. Quite strong ship. I had, at one point, I think, put this at the top of my tier list. I'm not sure that I still agree with that. Because of how expensive it is to upgrade your offense on this ship. You want to be Zoltan Shield now? Okay. Alright. When that happens, you got it. Oh, immediate forced store that I can do literally nothing at. Unless I want to sell my Zoltan Shield. Thanks, FTL. You decide to keep your mouth shut. If calling Fed C, we might actually get it. Well, thank you for not calling that. I mean, I'd like to buy one of these. These are all decent weapon. Well, except heavy ion. These two guys would be decent to maybe get on with Halberd. There's the hacking. I mean, is there ever a scenario where we come back to that store and get hacking? God, both our stores. Oh, this sector layout is horrible. Ugh. I can't even get efficient jumps by going to go through this. Nebula, why the hell does that not connect? Ugh. Yeah, I should just go ahead and sell my Zoltan Shield now, eh? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Ugh. Okay, I need to plan out my jumps really well here. You want to take a mulligan and restart? We won't tell. No, we're not doing that. That's not a streak. If this nebula connected, it wouldn't be so bad. But, well, okay, this connects here. Question is, does this make us able to get this in 10 so we can go 10, 11? I'm not sure, but I think so. So if I went 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, that would be going to the store in 4. So the real question is not can we get 11, but can we get this in 10 without diving? So whoever the guy was who was asking about how do you get these lines, isn't that cheating? Well, here's a situation where even with these lines, I don't know exactly if I'm going to get exactly what I want here. I guess the thing is 11, 10. Actually, I know that won't work because I can't get this in 9. This would be a dive. So never mind, that wouldn't work anyway. I was hoping I found a way to finagle this. If I did go here in 4. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could just do that. Go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As long as we don't lose a jump, we just skip out on the nebula. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I understand the argument that the mod is cheating. Literally just adds a feature that should be vanilla. I mean, you think it should be vanilla. People think it's cheating. Say it's not vanilla, so it's not intended. You know, that's kind of the idea behind it. Okay, I think our halberd goes off before his second cloak. God, I hope so. Solar flare, though. Okay. It's a really good reward. The thing is, we don't get out before the solar flare, so this could be still really bad. Okay, great. 1 free hull damage, but I'll take 1 free hull damage if it doesn't get any crew killed. Okay. So let me count this out again. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So 1, 2, 3. Here and 3. Only purists will consider a Fleet Pursuit indicator a cheat. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody who... Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say it. I don't think there's anybody who hard no pauses on Twitch. I've talked... Of all the people I've talked to, I think there's only one person who didn't use it. And I don't think anybody that I've talked to that streams on Twitch felt like it was cheating in FTL. Examine the station. Intruders on board. Okay, well, we just lose our sensors. Nothing I can do about that. Oh, okay. Actually, there is something I can do about it. Because when we set up the tournament, we did do a thing where we had a tournament standard mod pack that this is what everybody used, and it included extended pursuit indicator because I wanted it. Crap, I screwed that up. Okay, good. Close. Okay. Alright, no damage to free borders, thank goodness. Considering that you can just measure this with the ruler and achieve the same effect, considering cheating is pretty silly. I agree, and that's my justification for using it, but I understand people who think it's cheating. Do you think using it at a timed run like the tourney was game-changing? Yeah, but the thing there was everybody was using the same... It was an equal playing field. Whether you think it's cheating or not, everybody was cheating at the same level. So there, at least it's even. Now, if you're going to talk between streamers who are going for a world record using different mod packs, that's why, to me, it's hard to say anybody has the definitive rule set for, you know, FTL Hard no pausing. How do FTL tourneys work? You never watch them? You can watch it on my YouTube channel. Shameless self-plug. Oh, that's a flak. I afford that. If I sell my Lido, I can afford the flak. What we did is we basically, the hardest part was coming up with a fair scoring system or something that enough people would agree was fair. Damn. Is it a debate to sell Lido for flak? Because it is a, what is it? It's 85 plus power to get the flak online with their halberd. I think Lido for flak is absolutely worth it. Yeah, the way we did our tournament was we had a seed and a mod pack that everybody, well, the mod pack everybody used. The seed was chosen by me typing out random numbers beforehand, putting on a list, and then throwing it into the one-on-one thing. And then whoever got the highest score in the shortest amount of time and won the run, won that head-to-head. And we had a elimination-style tournament. And it's... Everything except one little part is on my YouTube if you want to see how we did it. Okay, I think I save all my scrap for just weapon upgrade, even before... maybe I get level 2 engines and then everything else into weapons. I don't know. It's called the... we called it the... It was put together by a guy in the esports organization called IRE Legacy, who's called... Yeah, we can't do that. The IRE... What do we end up calling it? The IRE... series, IRE Legacy series or something like that. IRE Championship series, I think we called it. Oh no. Okay. The downside of this ship. No long-range scanners. I mean, most ships don't have long-range scanners, but slow weapons, so... Okay, that's a really good dodge on that asteroid. If that asteroid had hit us, we were in really big trouble. 6 fuel, 1 drone part. That's actually a really good deal. Is that good enough? Because we need as much scrap as possible, because if we don't get this flak online quickly, we are just not offensively strong enough. Let's open Bambola. 8 scrap, 6 fuel. 6 fuel is worth about 12 scrap, so we could say that's like a 28-ish scrap deal with the drone part. I think that's about the minimum I would have taken there. 6 fuel's 18 scrap. Oh, is fuel not 2 scrap this sector? It's repairs that are 2. So, yeah, it's actually more than I said. Okay. 3 fuel each, you're right. My bad. I always get fuel and repairs mixed. That one changes prices. Fuel's always 3, isn't it? So if I hit his shields and there's no value point, we do 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. I can only ever hit 3 rooms, right? So it's better to just get his weapons offline, I think, because our first volley never kills him. Our second volley will. We only get the bomb offline, though. 2 lasers and a missile sucks, Sector 1. Maybe if the bomb hasn't fired, he'll keep the laser off for a bit. Okay, that's good. I don't think there's a 4-room swipe existing here. Wow, he's got an NG for repairs. Okay, this will kill him though, no matter what. No, if he has value point, this won't kill him either. Please don't have shield value. Oh, he's got shield value. God damn it. Okay, didn't hit weapons, didn't hit shields. Ugh, I should have just hit weapons again, I guess. Don't bomb my weapons. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. That could have gone worse. Double reward? Nice! That's really good. What happens if you run out of fuel? You have to turn on your distress beacon and hope somebody comes along that either saves you or gives you ship fight. Or have an event that gives you fuel. There's a pool of events that happens when you turn on your distress beacon that appears down here and hit wait. You just wait. Lose a jump. And wait. Let's see. That's not what I want. I want this. Okay, now we have weapon value point. Now the question is, do I save another 50? Or do I get, like, engines 2 and power before I try to go for the flak? Yeah, best case, someone comes along and gives you fuel. Worst case, someone comes to kill you and you take their fuel. No, the worst case is nothing happens. Sometimes you sit there and nobody appears. That's the worst case. Because you just lose a jump and gain nothing for it. In my opinion, that's the worst case anyway. If they go in 0-2, that'll be bad. Since he's got only a single shot, I'm going for the shields this time. Okay. That one's not good enough. And he always dies here, so let's go with this. And that's 2 ion bomb ships. But we do have... He's only got a single projectile this time. Good. 17 scrap, that's what I'm talking about. That's some really good Sector 1 scrap games. Last night you ran out of fuel with Stealth A towards the end of Sector 3. Was forced to kill 2 dive ships in order to exit the sector. Fortunately, that ship is stupidly good. Stealth A, wow. Sector 3, 2 dives? Ooh, Stealth A is good, but I don't know about two dives good. But do I do that or I save for this? I think I save for weapons. If I just get flak online, we're in such good shape. I think you're actually guaranteed 2 or 3 fuel from the Rebel fleet when out of fuel. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I forget about that interaction. Damn it, 2 asteroid fields, Sector 1. Now I wish I'd gotten the engines. This could be bad. 2 projectiles, asteroid field. Please don't have value point and shields. For the love of God. Good dodge. It's really good dodges, though. No value point. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. 13 scrap away from having a working flak. Rebel dive ships are only ever 1. The rebels that come at a normal beacon might give more, though. Yeah, I thought there was something where you getting caught gave you 2 fuel when you killed him. Do I ever play indie games? That's what this is. Or just other games in the regular in general. You saw I started Bloons T6, which is really fun and refreshing. How would you feel about people donating games? People donate games all the time. And I've played some. If they're in my style, then I will probably eventually play a game if you gift it. Okay, we are pretty safe here if I just move 2 guys to shields. Let me get my first shot off here. Okay. Good. Let me do this just to make sure my shield's up. Okay. Power didn't go out. Good. Just keep his offense down. Honestly, if you are interested, want to know if I like a game, I usually tell people to send me a whisper on Twitch with a link to the Steam page so I can check it out and I can say, oh yeah, that looks cool. I can either put it on my wish list or maybe get it myself. I mean, again, you can donate games. I just don't promise I play them because sometimes people donate games that are just I would never play. It's my Darkest Dungeon run not on YouTube. There are multiple Darkest Dungeon playthroughs I think that I've put on YouTube. There's 1 or 2 playlists. I put everything on YouTube now. How does one whisper on Twitch? Look at the top of your page. You just see a little chat bubble. And you just send a chat to Rand118. NG or Mantis. NG or Mantis. I do not deal with Mantis borders well. NG could be empty, but we have enough to get our flak online, so I think we actually could deal with the 2 shield ships. And we have a beam drone to sell. I'm gonna go NG. Immediate store. Let's go sell beam. See what's available, because if there's long-range scanners, I want them. On YouTube, you only found the Aratus Lord of the Dead run. Maybe the search function is bad. If you're trying to search YouTube, yeah, it'll be harder. Just, if you go to my YouTube page, go to playlists. I have everything on a specific playlist. Okay. That still leaves me just enough to get flak, right? Yes. Buying an NG was also a viable option there, but I really want this. I could search and find it if you want to send me, again, a message later to go find it, but there should be at least 1 playlist there. Spiders, one of the few we can't... Well, actually, there's a lot we probably couldn't do. Actually, we could have carefully cut the ship out. We had the Zoltan to overcharge their shields. Okay. Long Dark. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on there. There's most things on my YouTube are like probably only a couple of episodes because there's not a lot of games that have the replayability of FTL. But there's a lot of different games on there. You just go to my actual YouTube and look at all the different playlists. Multiple auction not included playthroughs, multiple Factorio playthroughs, multiple Satisfactory playthroughs. One of my longer ones was the one that my break screen is from, Dyson Sphere program. Okay, 1 power. I want to get engines next. Maybe it's not public. I don't have any playlists that aren't public, I don't think. Just, yeah, send me a whisper to remind me. There should be at least 1 there. Unless I'm misremembering it as before I started uploading to YouTube, which could be true. Nice, alright. Wasn't free weapon, but it wasn't free damage either. I could be misremembering, and I don't have any Darkest Dungeon up there. In that case, I'll have to apologize in advance. Is Void Bastards any good? Yeah, it's pretty fun. You like shooters? It's a good shooter. I feel like there was not enough variety in it for me to play it longer than I did, but it was fun for the couple weeks I played it, I think. I'm not a huge shooter player, though. There's a guy with close to 2 million videos on YouTube. Been botting his channel for like 10 years. Wow. What's up, Nietzsche? Alright, what's the next play? Do I get shield value before I get more power? I think I do. Although, honestly, getting hacking would be good as well. Let's go for this. I'm gonna go 1 power first. Because if I'm going shields, I'll need the power for it anyway. You know what I really need is 1 non-Zoltan crew. Because that's gets me basically power and a crew in one thing. If I was looking for relaxing fun things to watch in the background while you draw or make graphics, so stream VODs are nice, yeah. Well, I have many, many thousands of hours on my YouTube of random games. I will say Darkest Dungeon, I don't know how relaxing it would be, unless you like me being salty. I stopped my last playthrough of Darkest Dungeon because of how salty I was getting at the... It just didn't feel like there was any outplaying RNG in Darkest Dungeon like you can in FTL. And, there are situations you can't outplay in FTL, I would argue, but I feel like there's fewer situations in FTL that can't be outskilled than there are in Darkest Dungeon. But I also have a lot more experience in FTL, so I might be wrong about that. Rand Satisfactory Stream was a great playlist. Totally watched that. That's a very chill one if you like those type of games, for sure. Satisfactory is a really nice, chill game. Okay. Sometimes you like to play dumb, brain-emptying shooters when you do not have much time and play your preferred games like grand strategy stuff when you have more time, yeah. My videos are super relaxing, and when I get salty, it's justified. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad one of us thinks so. I think so at the time, then I go back and watch the videos like, why are you so mad? It's so good game. Yeah, that's what I think when I look back and watch how salty I get. I feel like Darkest Dungeon has the optimal path for playthrough, and if you deviate, you get punished. Let's see here. Let's try to be a hero, because if I can get a free crew, that would be amazing. Optimal path in Darkest Dungeon, but it's random. How can there ever be an... I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like there are situations where there's just enemy crits, you die, no outplay. I feel like that happens a lot in Darkest Dungeon. Now, if that was a crew, I'd take it. Enemy crits, one shot. You lose the chance to resist going insane. Yes, your run's over. Although, my biggest, I think, mistake in Darkest Dungeon is thinking my dudes are not expendable, so... You're eating right now, so you need a little salt. That's right. Secure the cache. Nice. There are optimal party comps. Yeah, and I think my second playthrough watched a video talking about some of the better party comps and was feeling better about Darkest Dungeon. And then my last playthrough was playing the vampire one, whatever the vampire expansion was, and I swear some of the diseases you could get and some of the enemies you could fight just felt like there was no party comp that you could win with, but I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do that. So we have the option for second shield, and now we're saving scrap. You're losing heroes when at full light. Your party comp is probably bad. Yeah, I can see that. You find Dark Dungeon hard to play without consulting the wiki at every turn. Crimson Core is just bad. No other way to say it. Okay, well I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that, because I felt like like Crimson Court was far too punishing. God, this guy's got really good offense. What is that, like 6 weapon power? 5 or 6 weapon power? Okay. I'm not repairing that. Don't hit my weapons, don't hit my weapons. I fired that because my flak was going to go offline. Okay. He dies from this if my beam is fast enough. Got him. Nice double reward too. Beautiful. Okay, only 2 damage from that fight. We just got a free repair, which is very nice as well. Darkest Dungeon is a game you love the concept of a lot more than actually playing it. Like the drama, the emergent gameplay, the stress mechanics, sign me up, but you will quit the game as soon as things start going well. If you're afraid to watch your heroes die in the next dungeon when their luck runs out. Yeah. I feel like Darkest Dungeon is kind of like FTL for some of you all, where it's a fun game to watch, but playing it is just too stressful for me. You enjoyed it immensely for 2 weeks and got really bored and haven't felt like going back. Still got your money's worth, yeah. I think Darkest Dungeon is an amazing game. I just don't like playing it that much anymore. Do I go into a half power event? Half power thing. I don't think I go into half power. I hope I do not misunderstand. I think people like at least you do, salt and moderation. You like runs that are difficult, where you have to use your smarts to get out of tough situations, victory through hardship. No, I totally understand that. And I don't begrudge people who even just say, no, I like you salty. I think you're funny or entertaining when you're salty. That's perfectly fine. My favorite runs are the runs that are difficult that we overcome. So I understand the draw. In the moment of being salty is not my favorite part of streaming. So, no, I absolutely understand that. I die for your stress. That's what it is. Okay, so this is store. I want to not spend scrap. What are we looking at for? Looking for at a store. Hacking. Pretty much just hacking. 2 shields. This guy can't do damage to us. Okay. If I move my guys into shields. Good dodge. I did not mean to do that. I held the ship down too long. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ooh, almost screwed myself. Holy crap, that was close. Wonder what Darkest Dungeon 2 will be like. Thing you like about FTL is that every individual run is pretty short, so even if you have really irritating things happen, you can just go get through it and start another run. Having a Darkest Dungeon character die on you, just some stupid nonsense 20 hours in, is a lot more frustrating. And that's part of the reason why Invisible Ink is a little frustrating to me, is because it's a roguelike, but every run is 12 plus hours. So when you lose a game, 2 hours compared to 12 hours is a big difference in feels. So, and how punishing it feels when you lose a run. Time investment is a big part of whether I enjoy a roguelike kind of thing. Automated reloader. There's our hacking. Oh, and there's another flak. Okay. God, that flak's a bait, and I want to take the bait. Invisible Ink does allow you retries. It does. It absolutely does. No, I understand, Hecataris. And I'm not dissing Invisible Ink. I think it's a great game. Could I sell Halberd for flak? 69. Yes, I can. Should I? Probably not. Probably not. Is there a backup battery here? No. Sell Zoltan Shield for flak? No. I'm entitled to this is the game. Don't hold back on your account. You shall simply defend it as a knight does. I understand. Man, I like double flak. It's the beginning of a flackening, man. I would say buying a flak, selling Helper to buy flak is just a downgrade. But it's faster and I like it. But it's not a good play. Might be worth jumping back. The way I play, I can never jump back. You always have to just assume I can never go back to a store. The way I play is you never go back. There's a reloader, yeah. I can't get reloader and black unless I sell at least one of my augments. We're so strong. It's a debate. It's a huge debate. Ginormous debate. We don't need anything else. We are good for like 3 or 4 sectors. I want to do it, but it's the wrong play. Oh my god. Okay. I want to do it, but it's bad. Or maybe not bad, but far too inefficient. That was just one of those stores that I wanted everything. Automated reloader, please. Flak, yes. Hacking, always. It's just, it was a first world FTL problems kind of store. This store has too much good stuff and I can't buy it all. DB flak, double flak would be very rough against auto ships with narrow rooms. I wouldn't say it'd be rough, but it's weaker than this. Because it's so fast that it would still be not terrible. Especially if we had hacking, because we could just hack their piloting and we'd still hit something. But it's still not, it wasn't the right play. I'm by 2 power and I think I'm going to go into half power nebula. Is that what I'm going to do? Although it's no ship fights, so... Can't actually get the piloting. I probably don't do that. What happened to my tip glass? It was broken the other day. Let me see if it's fixed today. Hey, it's fixed. I had some weird bug going on the other day where there's a weird green screen, so it's fixed now. Next door we'll have FTL jammer, 3 humans, and a breach missile. There you go. You hate to admit it, but we can't greed, we need streaks, yeah. I honestly don't think buying the flak would have been a ridiculously bad play, but it was less optimal, it was less scrap efficient, and you gotta play scrap efficient in this mode. It's a pretty good deal, but I'm not gonna take it because I'm gonna need my drone parts. Is this a nebula? No. One more nebula doesn't get us an extra ship fight though, so... Actually, one more nebula does get us an extra jump. Because that'll make this be 7. So we go 1, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, something like that. Like how Rand calls the game well balanced, but things like FTL Jammer exist. Well, it is well balanced. Well balanced means there's good and bad stuff, and there's situations where everything is useful. There are times when an enemy is running and FTL Jammer is useful. Very infrequently, but there are times. And do you remember the run where Repair Bomb saved the run? Repair Bomb and Heal Bomb, I often call the worst weapons in the game. We had a pre-ignited Repair Bomb save our run once. So, there are rare situations where literally everything that's in the game can save you. Maybe not Crystal Revenge, but maybe a last shot that kills you, that kills the boss in a niche situation might be the thing that saves the run. But anyway. You always wondered why the martini glass, considering I don't drink, just the shape. The shape, and my ex liked martinis, and I created it when I was still with my ex. So I should probably change it, but I'm lazy, so I haven't. Camo's open for free crew. You're curious now, have I ever bought FTL Jammer? I've kept after finding it. Probably not, I don't think I have. You missed the Repair Bomb thing? There was a highlight for it at some point. I think 113 scrap. Let's go here first and see if there's any other stores. If there isn't, we'll get a engine or power upgrade or something. Change it to a salt shaker. How do you put stuff in a salt shaker? I don't know. You screw off the top, so it'd be a topless salt shaker. Okay, I'm going to hack your engines. Topless salt shaker, giggity. topless. It's hot. Should pull the pilot. Missile offline. Very good. Sordid details of Rand's past. Yes. Yes, martini was the drink of choice for a person I don't talk about hardly ever anymore. A transparent top so it falls through. Well, if you know how to program it, by all means, do it and send it to me. There's like, this is like from Streamlabs, this thing right here. Go down there. This thing is from a Streamlabs widget or whatever they call it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, if you know how to program one that looks like a salt shaker, I'll change it. I don't know how to do that, so. Is there anywhere in my Discord you could show that you're streaming? I mean, you could post that you're streaming in the FTL channel. I don't want you to use my Discord as a advertisement for your stream too much, though. Feels a little cannibalistic. Is that the right word? Okay, I think I'm buying crew here. Rock pilot. Damn, he's got engine training. Let's do that. Blue options and freeze up him. Alright, we now have an RPG Nerdos. Fleishy, you've had some good doges. But you are on shields, my friend. Parasitic? Yeah, whatever the word is where you steal from somebody else. Not that I would consider it stealing, but I just don't want you to feel like my Discord is your own personal, you know, stream ad. Do I want to do anything else? I mean, I could get Mantis too to help you with borders. And pilot, sure thing, sir, sure thing. No, you can, if you want to do your first couple streams on there, sure, but you could post about it. I don't mind that much. I don't mind at all, as long as you're not overdoing it. I mean, we helped jumpstart Pieboy's stream when we raided him a couple times, so. Do I want to get a second crew? I am honestly thinking about buying a Mantis. I feel like our offense is so good, the thing we die to is actually boarding. You know what? I'm going to buy 2 crew. This feels a little big investment, but I feel like free bunch of Mantis boarders is the thing that kills us, so let's try to defend against that. I will buy 3 fuel. You want to be the Mantis? Mentalist? Sure. 1 second. Okay, we're pretty safe here. I'm going to try to not use hacking. The thing is, I haven't gotten any free crew this run, so that's why I felt like it was worth spending 110 scrap on crew. Not ideal. Would have been ideal if we gotten 1 free well, 1 free any crew. We just haven't got any of that. I was offered a cheaper Mantis earlier. Was I? You're probably right. What, you want some free crew? Here, have a free crew. Buy a Mantis, get 1 Engie for just 1 penny. Yes, I'll take a free Engie. Silly device, welcome aboard. Run is blessed. Alright, Memelish desires to cut up some humans. And I will say, just to let you know, Adeline, even though I'm considered a larger streamer to some of you folks who probably watch a lot of smaller streamers, going to a smaller streamer and asking if you can mooch off their viewers is kind of a no-no on Twitch, so I wouldn't go around asking a lot of people if you can use their Discord, use their chat, use their X to advertise your stream. That's kind of a big no-no on Twitch. But I know you're not trying to be malicious or anything about it, so it's fine. God, goodness. Well, I did just get an NG, so I guess it's NG Homeworlds. Yeah, it's definitely not Zoltan Homeworlds. Basically, everybody on Twitch is trying to make it, so if you try to mooch off other people, usually look kind of frowned upon in the community of Twitch. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, never Zoltan. Zoltan border police a problem? Yeah. We could fight those crazy 2+ shield ships in the NG sector, but we have hacking plus flak plus halberds, so... I'm gonna see if I can do this without using a hack. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Thanks, Adeline. Am I being harsh when I say that? Sorry, I don't mean to be harsh. I'm just trying to let you know kind of how what the community's like on Twitch. I hope I'm not being harsh telling you that. Wow, that's a frickin' deal right there. Wow, that's like a frickin' 60+ scrap deal. Yes. Yes, I will take that deal. A dose of harsh help to exist sometimes. All right. Well, hopefully my harshness is not too discouraging or anything. As an emergency, if I got a force shield chip, I got hacking and heavy laser 2. Well, I shouldn't get a force shield chip in sector 4. We skip pulsar. Man, do I even want to sell that? I will sell that if I get automated reloader, pre-igniter. There's some things I would sell that for. Actually, you know what I need level 2 hacking because we fight 2+ shield ships fairly frequently now. If I go to a store, sell advanced FTL navigation, I could afford automated reloader. That's about the only thing I could get there. I could afford backup battery. You're a boy who ignores social cues in life and internet, so you needed sometimes to have a harsh border. Okay, good. Well then, I'm glad I could be your... set you on the straight and narrow. I don't know. Backup battery, automated reloader... I kind of could use some fuel, too. I guess we go to the store. Let's go to the store. I could have gone to a ship fight before the store, but I didn't know what that other jump was. Heavy laser 1 as well. We learned the value of this from Retreat in the tournament. You know, you say heavy laser 2 per heavy laser 1 Kappa. I'm honestly considering it because it's so much cheaper to get online. I'm thinking of selling weapon and advanced FTL navigation to get the heavy laser 1. So cheap to get online. I'm doing it. I also like to have one augment slot free for free augments we get, like that advanced FTL navigation that we just got. Right, to get it online, be 75 scraps. It's pretty expensive. I probably need to get dodge and stuff before I use it, but I think I like that. No, I don't need to get it immediately online. We have hacking flak 1 halberd beam. I don't need it probably for like 2 sectors, but it's a nice transition weapon eventually when we have the scrap for it. My offense is so good, I just need to get defenses right now. We have a couple different things, and oh, actually only have one. All right, yay for blue option. Okay. I was really hoping that store had backup battery, to be honest. We are immune to damage if I have two of these guys in shields. So I do not need to hack. I'll go put you on dodges for now. Actually, This is my training ship, isn't it? This is my Dodge training ship. Let me, who's my Dodge guy? This guy. So let's get you some weapon training with Halberd Beam. Alright. It's not going to be fast, but let's get some Dodge training. So, what can we have a story time about? This is going to take a while. Because I've dodged 0 things so far. I need about 12 dodges from you. 3 from you. Oh yeah, weapon train with flak, you're right. If I miss time, I don't know if they'll, I'll just auto-fire that. There we go. Weapon train with flak, dodge train from the ions. What's a good story? Let's see, I talk about my college days pretty often. What about something that happened in... Okay, here's a weird one. When I was in middle school, I went to middle school in a little town in Texas, down near Waco, called Lorena, Texas. And I'll have 2 short stories. I had a friend, my best friend Drew. You ever know somebody who, no matter how cold it is outside, they will wear shorts? Now, you might not think it gets that cold in Texas, but in the winter, sometimes we get ice and snow. It would get below freezing, and my friend Drew would wear shorts. And that would drive me crazy, because I grew up in California, where it, like, never gets below, like, 60. At least, I didn't remember getting below, like, 60, so... Crazy friend Drew, who always wore shorts, even when it was cold. You're one of those people in it? Okay, cool. Well, my friend Drew was that guy. Not really a great story, but I had a friend who likes shorts even when it's cold. The other story is, at the middle school that we went to, it was this really old, gross building that was probably built in, like, I don't know, the 60s or 70s, like, corrugated metal walls, not very, you know, sealed in, so there'd be, like, leaks from the ceiling when it would rain, and, like, rusted holes in the side. So not a very nice building. And at certain times of the year, like in the fall, you all know what crickets are? Little cricket bugs? There would be thousands, literally thousands of crickets would... Some go in the building, but in the, like, the cement outside the building would be everywhere. And they would just die. Kids would walk around stepping on crickets. It's really gross, I know. And it was the smell of thousands of dead crickets at this old metal, crappy middle school building was really gross. Use heavy laser, good call. As long as it's mistimed. I don't know if you've all ever smelled a bunch of dead insects all at once. It's really gross, and I didn't know that until I was at this middle school in this little tiny town in Texas. So, if you were the opposite of that person, you wear 2 jackets most of the time. I'm kind of like that too. Ooh, that almost actually hit. I don't know that these can exactly... These weapons are too good. I don't know if I can exactly mistime them to never hit. That's how OP these weapons are. That's why when you see this in Sector 1, it's one of the scariest things. It doesn't matter how you time them. They'll eventually get through, even if you're an AI not firing them at the right time. Your stepdad wears shorts? See, there you go. I try to mistime it, and we still hit and get a freaking fire. These weapons are too OP. Your stepdad wears shorts 100% of the time, super active guy, always exercising and out walking or cycling or something. Yeah. Well, my friend Drew, he wasn't, like, super athletic. He's just, you know, he's that guy who never gets cold. Which I never understood, because I get cold pretty easily. So not a great story, but there you go. The little middle school I went to, gross crickets once a year. Gross crickets. There's a story. You're cold right now. Well, I will say it's also starting to actually cool down in Texas some, so that's kind of nice. It's not 100 degrees or whatever it was for nonstop. Many, many months. How close are you in? 2 more dodges. Okay. We'll get, do I want to do full training? If I want to get 3 runs in today, probably not. There might have actually been a way I could have auto-fired Halberd Beam misaligned with Flak. There we go. Nice. Very, very nice. I will purposefully not hit weapons to see if we get a couple more training points while we actually try to kill this guy. There we go. Hope you all enjoyed that story time with Rand. My podunk little middle school. Oh, well, okay. That'll buy us some time there. You know what? I was getting NG weapon training, which is not actually the guy I want on weapons. Why did I do that? By the way, have I mentioned how optimistic this weapon system is? A single charge ion plus 2 mini beams is very optimistic. I applaud your optimism. And you're dead. Okay, good. Wish you could use double mini beams on a player ship. That would be damn cool. It'd be OP. It'd be kind of hard on no pause, having to micro them, and how precise you have to be with the mini beams, but it would be OP. Imagine how much you could rock the enemy with dual flak, dual mini beam. Oh my god, that would be so busted. I feel like we've had a build like that in modded viewerships. Sure, that's not a bad deal on fuel. Cheaper than store. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. I don't remember what this quest is. You have a story. You once kicked your friend in the balls. That's a terrible thing to do. When you played soccer, you fell over something in your way. You wanted to kick the football, but you missed. Okay. That's a painful story. He's got hacking. We do have Zoltan Shield. Double chain laser. I'm going for it. Okay, cool. That's... Oh, why'd you have to tell me that? I feel... Any guy who's experienced that immediately feels phantom pain just hearing that story. Level 2 hacking. Beautiful. Reactor upgrade. One reactor boost. Everybody in chat just went, oh. Rand is 1 hour ahead of you. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, rest in peace, your friend's balls. Oh, quest is a store. Okay. I could buy Clone Bay. There's... Oh, man, I would love a pre-igniter. Oh, is there any way to make that happen? Any way to make that happen? $40 scrap if I sell those 2. So if I sell that heavy laser I bought and the long range scanners, I could get pre-igniter. Correct? 103. 128. I'd have 8 extra scrap. Pre-igniter's bait, you think? What about selling Zoltan Shield for it? I could just trade out a Zoltan Shield for a pre-igniter. It's probably bait. It's bait I want to take, but I think you're right. I think it's bait. I honestly could just get the heavy laser online. I do want to, but it's too expensive. Honestly, the number one thing I wanted from this was backup battery. Or mind control would have been good. I'm not going to do it. Pre-igniter is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. The problem with it is it's expensive. And we're not far enough ahead that I feel like I can afford to do that. Thank you for not being forced Zoltan. I do not think we are far enough ahead for that. We are close. If I had one more thing to sell that was not my next weapon upgrade, I would have gone for it. Sadly, I did not have one more thing to sell. Good dodge. Beautiful. Good stinking dodges. Dodge training paying off right now. Or at least I like to think it is. That missile's blocked. This missile hits. If it fires, it doesn't fire. Beautiful. Now I have enough. One jump later, I have enough for the pre-igniter. If only stores let you sell missiles. If that was a thing, FTL would be a lot easier, I think. Because if you could sell consumables, at least hard difficulty would be so much easier to get wins. Which is probably why you can't. It's only random events that let you do that. West marker. Okay. Now I can afford pre-igniter, but let's go check for backup battery or mind control. Okay, I'll take the backup battery, a couple fuel, more fuel. Okay. This is NG, so we probably get at least one more store. That is worth 6 fuel, 42 scrap for 1 single damage. Absolutely worth. Especially after we just got a free repair. So this was an escort? I think we were escorting this guy, or... Okay. Okay, that's good. Damn, I can't get both the ship fights. Let's go here, then here, because that gives us an eye on more jumps. We're close to being able to afford cloaking. That's a great deal. We have lots of power that I haven't had to pay scrap for. That's really nice. One thing that Zoltan Shield lets you do is be much greedier about not upgrading your defense as quickly as you might otherwise do. God, and I just got backup battery too. Oh, this is too early. This is too early. I'm still gonna let it fire because it gets one weapon offline. Okay. I did not time my hack and weapon shot correctly. But thankfully I waited just long enough that at least we got a weapon offline. Just long enough. We have enough for cloaking, man. That's not a dive. Alright, let's check. Cloaking or mind control would be the best. Mind control, okay. This run is feeling... Okay, I'm not going to say anything. We're not looking terrible right now. Could have been alright with pre-igniter, true. Alright, well this helps deal with our double free Mantis NG boarding crew. I'm going to try to not use a drone part here. So, greedy. Okay. Oh man, 4 NG boarding! No, not 4 of them though! Oh my god, anything but 4 NGs on my ship. Holy scrap gains these rewards we're getting. Shnikes. I'm using up all my RNG that I thought I used up on Monday, today, on this run. For all this free stuff, man. You don't think you've ever seen quad NG boarding before? There you go. Now you've seen it. Bit crunchier than humans, but still fun. Delicious, delicious NGs. Not quite as delicious. You're constantly impressed how well I'm handling borders without pausing. Well, NGs are not as scary. But thank you. I appreciate the positivity. Hack your weapons here. He's got a free engine hack. Appreciate the compliment. Damn. Man, these are all really good weapons. Is that a 2 damage missile? Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 weapon power in sector or whatever sector we're in. Okay. Get wrecked, though. Get wrecked. Sector 5, 7 weapon power. We wrecked him, but that could have been really bad. Hey, what's up, Sirloin of Beef? Been a while since you've been here? Glad to see you. How could you counter hacking if they have no hacking? It's an event where they get free hacking. Except they're offer free stuff. Yeah, it's like a station that's hacking you. This is the video game reason behind the cheating. Running away, triple defensive drones. I control that guy. Okay, it's a little too early. That's fine. This will pull the pilot. Okay. Do that to get that Zoltan shield down. Oh, nice. We blew up the drone. Get wrecked, drone. No running away for you. Yesterday you fought a slug ship with 4 shield bubbles in Sector 5. Yeah, that sounds like NG cheating. I mean, slug cheating to me. Zoltan or slug? Let's go slug. We have mind control counter and get the O2. Pretty much no problem. We get heavy laser online. Slug sectors are pretty nice scrap rewards. We do that. We have backup battery. We should have a very high chance of getting cloaking this sector, I feel like. Do I ever get level 2 medbay? Rarely, but sometimes. Alright. So, Rand, why do you get level 2 oxygen when going into slug sector? Thank you for asking, chat. As you can see from this event right here, slugs are rude and cheaters and mean. So they'll just free oxygen and hack you. I think there's 2 different events where level 2 oxygen keeps you from not losing all your O2. Hey Rand, how's your FTL day of FTL going? We're alive, the streak's alive. We're playing a ship that's actually pretty good and had a pretty good run, so not too shabby. Thanks for asking. Educational. It's a very educational day of FTL is what it is. We have had this discussion, especially when Scottish Pingu was here. Scottish Pingu would ask all the time about upgrades that I don't get very often, like early door sensor upgrades. And I would often argue against them, but I feel like there's viable arguments for getting them. There are a decent number of blue options with level 2 heal bay and sensors and stuff. Alright, I want to always have enough scrap to be able to get cloaking. I have shield drone to sell, so I'm going to get 1 extra dodge, because dodge plus Zoltan shield equals ... profit. So, do I ever immediately upgrade sensors to max at the very start of the run, Kappa? Yes, every run, Kappa. Every run I do it, Kappa, Kappa, lol, lol, Kappa, lol, lol, Kappa. Ouch. Okay, well that was not timed well, because he... Frickin' backup battery screwed me. Oh, Jesus, a 2 fucking damage missile. Please die, thank you. Got one guy stuck in there, I believe. There's only 2 damage. That could have been worse. Okay, alright. Frickin' 2 damage missile, man. Even Zoltan Shield doesn't protect me. Cloaking will, so that's why that's our #1 thing to buy. Find cloaking. Good thing we're still at something like 26 HP. Yeah, we're fine on HP. That's why I'm not raging more at a 2 damage missile. Our Zoltan Shield plus good dodge is making us in pretty good shape health-wise. The flagship still exists, so FTL continues to cheat. It shakes your head. Yes, that's true. FTL will never stop cheating. That's what it does. Wow, okay, that's a lot of ship fights and still no store. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna get 3rd shield yet. So the only jump I haven't seen that could have a store is here. I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna go 1, 2, see if there's a store. If not, 3 and across. And watch both of our stores be here and here. I want 1, 2, 3 is what I want. Yeah, actually if I do that I can plan. If I go here I can see those first. Let's do that. Do 2 damage, 1 damage missiles have different charge times? Yes, Lido is slightly faster, I believe. Sleeping Dragon says 1 second. I don't know. I feel like it's 1 or 2 seconds. I don't know the exact numbers, though. Damn, level 3 piloting. Okay, it's fine. Level 6 engines, level 3 piloting. That's pretty good defense. Whoops. Okay. Hashtag never punished for messing up my volley. Chance for double rewards, no double rewards. Okay, so no ship fight, no store. We skip those jumps. There's store up here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then up there, maybe back down and around. Yes, okay. Man, I do have a lot of scrap though. I'm actually gonna get shield value, but not 3rd shield, because again, I want to always... What if I save somebody that becomes a store and I can't buy cloaking? They must have Zoltan jailed by pain. Alright, I hate this event. So he's killing my heal bay. And it's slugs, so I won't be able to mind control them. Double ions. Where are they? They're over here. Okay, good. They're in a good position for us, though. Oh, that was some good dodges, though. How else could get in here unless they have Sultan Shale? Anybody want some fried slug? Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Get fried, slugs. Get fried. You have flak, burst laser 2, and my halberd. I have all of your stuff, Pieboy, yes. And also your Lord of the Rings quotes. You left them at my house. Because meat's back on the menu, boys. What about the legs? They don't need those. Okay, that's still enough for cloaking. Alright, yep. Can the teleporter pull back crew members if Zoltan Shield is on? I don't know. I don't think so. But the AI cheats, so they might be able to where you couldn't. I don't think they would ever do that. But I honestly can't tell you the answer to that question. Because I do not know the answer to it. Maybe somebody in chat knows. That You, sir. You know how to make a deal. These have been some insanely good deals today. Holy crap. That's a freaking good deal. We had a surrender deal like that with Advanced FTL navigation earlier. Or something. I think it was that. I guess I could eat the legs. Doesn't the AI teleport back borders when they're about to die if possible? Yes. Hey, heal person, thank you for the 7 months. Love you some sub jingles. Nice. If you like it, better put some bits in it. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong jingle. 90 for that. Man, we are basically boss ready, especially once we get cloaking. Yeah, I'll take that deal. That's the third power upgrade that has cost us no scrap this run. Alright, so 7 jumps. Do I get 8 if I go through enough nebulae? I'm guessing I would need about 3 nebula jumps. To get 8 jumps. So how would I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, thanks for the... You mean this jingle? Yes! That's the one. Thanks for 100 bits, Commodore Paul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I plan on 4 nebula jumps, I think that guarantees us 8. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think that works. Let's go for that. Skip this one. This could be an empty jump. I am a corruptible person. In this game, easily. They're gonna offer me free stuff. Especially free good stuff. I'll take that stuff. Oh, golly. Well, no cloaking, but I could go double flak 1, double heavy laser. Oh my goodness gracious. That is Scott. Not Scott. What's his name? Not Scott Onesie Wilson. Freddy. That's Freddy's favorite weapon system. Double flak 1, double heavy laser 1. Yeah, it's amazing. And if we'd bought that flak earlier, I'd be at 3 flaks. Click it! As Freddy would say, click it! Means I'm selling halberd beam. I think I'm cool with that. Y'all cool with that? It's worse against auto scouts. Better against everyone else. What I do like about double flak 1, double heavy laser 1 is it's better crew killing on the boss. It's halberd beam's not great crew killing. I think this is actually worse, but I'm doing it. In this case, I don't even feel bad about it. This now is a justification for me skipping pre-igniter, because this is better without pre-igniter, because it's faster. Scott Onesie Wilson. Sorry, Scott Onesie. Did I mispronounce his name? I apologize. I'm gonna get Clone Bay. One more ship fight will get us enough to still be able to afford cloaking, which is really the only other thing we want. So if our others, we checked all the empty, all the non-nebula beacons already. So I feel like our store's likely to be here and not here or there. I hope, but I don't know for sure. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 should work. Thanks for the 3 bits, anonymous cheerer. I appreciate that. Yeah, with these 2 we get it. Just a ship fire missing, no problem. Let's hope this isn't empty. Time to get 5th engines. Not until we see if there's a store with cloaking in it. Oh, those are ghost bits from the anonymous cheerer. Thanks, anonymous cheerer, for the ghost bits. Now I can auto-fire my weapons to my heart's content, too. You always wonder what bits do? They're a donation. It's like tipping your waitress. Remember to tip your streamer, folks. It is money that actually no part of it goes to Twitch except when you buy them. So, no surrender. 1 bit equals 1 penny, so 100 bits is $1. That's how that works. What's the best way to unlock Crystal Ship? In my opinion, there's 2 ways, neither of which involve going for the stupidly RNG dependent actual quest unlock. One is just play through the game normally, because once you play and I think it's either win or get to Sector 8 with every other ship, you'll unlock it. Or maybe it's the Lanius, I forget. It'll unlock naturally if you just play and win. The other is to unlock Roxy, because it starts with a Crystal Crew. It's the only ship in the game that's not a Crystal ship, starts with Crystal Crew. And then try to find Rock Homeworlds and go to every jump you can in Rock Homeworlds, because you will get the quest eventually. But honestly, I just recommend playing the game, because when you're new to FTL, you got to learn it anyway. I would just learn by playing other ships instead of trying to force the Crystal Ship. As you understand, I prefer donation over bits, correct? Commodore Paul, I have no preference. Anybody who goes above and beyond and subs, bits, donates, those are all equally welcome. If you as a viewer want to only give me money and not give money to Twitch, donation is basically the only way to do that. But any time people do any of that is extremely generous. Okay. I probably should go with dodge hacks on, I guess, this ship. But I honestly don't have a preference. They're all amazing and generous, and I'm grateful for it. I could have fired a second shot. Is it true that FTL 2 is being made? No. We have talked to the devs. It is true that they have no plans for making FTL 2. That's what's true. What's true is everybody who's ever played FTL wants there to be one, but the devs are not planning on making it anytime. I'm not even gonna say anytime soon, ever. Yo, dog. I heard you left your halberd beam in the store. Let me give you halberd beam to replace the halberd beam that you beamed in your beam. Okay, that's a good surrender. You always wonder if there is a list of FTL-like games. Oh, I can tell you a bunch of them. Our chat can too. Trigon's the most recently released one. Shortest Trip to Earth. Another one that I can never think of the name of. Convoy is one of the closest to gameplay similarities. But it's set on a planet instead of in space. The Wind and Wilting Blossom is set in feudal Japan, but has a lot of similarities to FTL. FTL 2 is basically the mods of FTL, yes. I would say the closest is either Captain's Edition or Multiverse. FTL Multiverse or Captain's Edition are the closest. Damn, no free NG. NG or NG, so many choices. Double Halberd, double Heavy Laser 1 was possible. Is that a one-shot boss? If everything hits and you hack their shields? I think it might be. Trigon. Trigon. I have a playlist of it if you want to see what it looks like. Probably lots of YouTube videos for it too. Man, we are so strong, but if I don't get cloaking, I am still very susceptible to missiles. Nice. I think we just flacked his missile. Get flacked, missile. Who needs cloaking when you can flack their missile? It's only one-shot phase 1 and 3. Okay, would not one-shot phase 2. Cool. Double reward? Oh my god. Oh, these free weapons. My next FTL run is going to be just doomed death and despair. I will be like, where are all my weapons? I left them in my other pants. In my other pants, I mean the last run we just played. Britnoff is playing BB right now. What's BB? Oh, Battle Brothers. Is that considered an FTL-like? Hey, there's our third heavy laser. Damn it, man. All I want's cloaking, now it's going to give me nothing but stores with weapons. Nova Drift is not like FTL, but it's pretty game. Okay. What is that one that I can never remember? It's like, I get it mixed up with Shortest Trip to Earth. Is Shortest Trip to Earth with the one with the hexagon battle pattern, battle map, or is that a different game? The Shortest Trip to Earth and this one other game, I always forget. There's a grid pattern with ships that you control that kind of felt like it was trying to be an FTL, like... No, it's not Alina of the Arena. That's not the game I'm thinking of. Never heard of that or played that. Trigon looks good. It looks amazing. It looks really good. When I played it, it felt like a beta of an actual game, though, because there were a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs in Trigon. There's probably a lot of games that do have a hexagonal grid pattern, but it's not the one I was thinking of. I can look at, maybe I can look at my Steam list after this and figure out what game I'm thinking of. I just have the hardest time thinking of names of video games when I'm in the middle of playing another video game. Black 2 offline, thank you. Barotrauma? I don't think I know that game. Slay the Spire variant is Alina of the whatever? Okay. Trigon is FTL with 3D graphics, yes. But it's FTL with 3D graphics and more bugs and less viable builds. Or less variety in viable builds. Slack 1 better than Flak 2 in almost every situation, yes. For power to shots wise, Flak 2 is technically better because it's 7 shots for 3 power. However, it is over twice the charge time, and charge time is the number one most important stat. Maybe not number one. One of the most important stats in FTL is getting your weapon charge off before the enemy does. And Flak 1 does that where Flak 2 almost never does. Basically, the only time I'd say Flak 2 is better is if you have a pre-ignite or some other good stuff with it. It looked to be FTL with an endless mode, which is not a good roguelike in your opinion. I don't have a human to get a Mantis. Mantis gives me stuff. Mind Control never gives me the crew, does it? All I'm looking for... Oh my god, this sector. I can't even check for a store down here. It'd be a dead end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I have to hope that one of these two is a store that has cloaking. What a terrible NG sector for stores, man. Nova Drift is Asteroids roguelike. Infinite survival. Okay, cool. I think I've seen Lethal Frag play that. I'm gonna go dodge. Good dodge. I'm not big into... What do you call that? Asteroid style action games. I don't play those, so I've never played it. Is that the third free breach missile we've got this run? Or did I get those last run? It's 3 breach missiles today. Planning about fewer viable builds in Trigon and then buying hack and cloaking on every ship. Okay. Play Trigon before you say stuff like that. Trigon, you can literally get, what is it, teleporter and mind control, and win every fight in like 3 or 4 seconds. Because you mind control their pilot, bring him back, kill him, the fight's over. It is such a busted, broken strat. It makes FTL look like it has infinite possibilities. You literally get 2 systems and you can instantly win every fight. It's really busted. So busted it feels like it wasn't tested enough. Which, the amount of bugs in the game makes me feel like that's a major issue for the game, is that it wasn't tested enough. And I know it sounds like I'm being harsh on the game. I actually like what they tried to do. It just didn't... It felt like an FTL modder who didn't test their mod enough. Wow, that's a lot of dodges. Which, again, I feel like I'm too harsh on things. I don't mean to be harsh on things, but I guess I'm just a harsh person. I don't know. Maybe I'm overly critical. I would like more scrap than that. Looks like we don't get cloaking. Speaking of, I buy cloaking on every ship. How about this run where I literally can't buy cloaking, though? How about this run where literally I can't find cloaking to save my life?
Subscribing.
Yeah, that's 2 damage. Solar Flare literally did more damage than that ship did. Great. Fix this first. Trigun was enjoyable, but I kind of said from the beginning I feel like people had too high expectations for the game, and that's kind of what it turned out to be. You'll get a world. Steam's refund policy is generous. Problem with making an FTL like is that FTL already exists and is way too good. Yes. Thanks for the 3 months in a row, Sidedog. Appreciate that. Your game is not also really good. It'll just make people want to play FTL and then they'll go do that. Yeah. Sounds like you want it. I didn't really want it to be the next FTL. That's what everybody else wanted it to be and what the devs were trying to make it be. To me, it was a kind of fun roguelike that copied a lot of systems from FTL and didn't do it as well. And yes, I know I'm hoarding scrap. I'm still hoping I find a Sector 8 store with cloaking. I don't think it's unfair to say that even the devs wanted it to be FTL 2. So. Just look at the game. Just, all you have to do is watch, like, 5 seconds of the Steam video and you'll see that's what the game was basically going for, was FTL style stuff. There's a reason when people look at it, they go, this is just FTL with 3D graphics. Like somebody just said like 2 minutes ago. Okay, good. Oh, Cario, yeah. Saw one screenshot and said that. Yeah. My biggest gripe with Trigun actually isn't that it's trying to be FTL2. You know, if that's what you're going for, they succeeded in that. My biggest gripe is how buggy the game was. The game was just... There were many things that were very buggy in that game. And I'm going to stop bad-mouthing it for anybody who wants to check it out. Did they have mantises? No, but they had dudes that liked to board. And had a 4-person teleporter. They were the most OP starting ship in my opinion, because they had a 4-person teleporter. So all you had to do is buy mind control. There's a mechanic in the game where if the pilot dies, your pilot or the enemy, I think it's called the captain, not the pilot. If the captain dies, that ship, you lose the run, and if you kill the enemy captain, you win the fight. So if you just mind control him, bring him into your 4-person teleporter, instantly kill him, you instantly win the fight. And it felt really broken. Okay, no store. Probably last chance the store is like up here. I think we're doing this boss fight without cloaking, which sucks. Alright, one last chance at it. When I discovered that was a thing from some viewers telling me about it, the people are almost were almost apologetic about it, going, "Yeah, if you do this, you basically win every fight." So they're like apologizing for the game because it's like it seems like something that shouldn't be in there because it kind of trivialized a lot of the content. Which, to be fair, in some cases needed it because a lot of the fighting weapons. There's also this thing where they every weapon has a it's like a color for if it's, you know, green for common, blue for rare, purple for epic, and yellow or orange for legendary, which basically meant you just wanted to get 4 orange legendary weapons every time. It wasn't like FTL where every gun has its pros and cons. There's a tier list of weapons and you just get the best tier of weapon, and made it feel like there were less choices for viable weapon builds. No store. No store. Okay, well then what upgrades do we get? I have a lot of extra scrap then. I guess we go value point weapons. Mind control level 3. No, I don't buy max engines. Feels like a waste of scrap to me. I know there's some math that it's not a waste of scrap. It always feels like a waste of scrap to me. Yeah, backup battery is better than buying 2 extra power, actually. Yeah, okay. If all I want it for is mind control and that, I'm gonna get 1 more regular power so I can have it for the O2 for phase 2 when they board me. Man, it feels bad to not have cloaking. Really bad to not have cloaking. Okay, can't hack us at first, which Britnoth actually calls a negative sometimes. Okay, let's do this. Pretty good dodges there. My god, he's almost dead already. My god! I'm gonna get 1 crew kill there. Come on. Come on! Get that guy. Come on! Okay, fine, screw it. That was, what, 3 heavy laser shots in a row dodge that kept 2 or 3 of his crew alive. Jesus. The latest hack is bad. What did he even end up hacking? I didn't even look. I didn't see what he hacked on us, but that was 0 damage. Man, I needed an extra sword just to sell all this extra junk we got in my trunk. Extra junk in my trunk. Okay, what do I get? So we got the level 202 for the boarding drone. We open all the doors, prepare to deal borders with those 2 guys. Clone Bay Max, that's good. So is piloting if they board in my piloting. Get the boarding drone in my piloting. Which do I like more? Let's go piloting. Level 6 engines. No, I don't like level. I don't. Somebody, we talked about this before, but if you look at the dodge, every point of dodge below the 6th point gives you 5 extra dodge percentage. Every point above 5 is 3 per. That feels scrap inefficient or whatever. I don't like being inefficient, and over 5 feels inefficient. Bedtime for you, Amabella? Alright, you have a great night, my friend. We'll see you next time. It feels like diminishing returns. I don't know if it is, but it feels like it. Okay, we took 2 damage. Oh, God. Okay, a bunch of extra... Where the hell did all that damage come from? Apparently all of our dodges stopped working. Hit my piloting once and dodges died. Okay. Yeah, don't lose my NG to only being dead. Huh, level 3 piloting I think actually did give us some value there. Because we would have 0 dodges. Well, it felt like we had 0 dodges, but we'd have even fewer dodges if those 2 hits into my piloting had stayed. Without cloaking, you can have base 50 evasion. Half shots go away. Yeah, but that's not exactly how chance works, as Pieboy says. It's a 50% chance to dodge every single one of those shots, yes. But it's also 60 scrap. And actually, you need to spend 140 scrap to get that. So I'd be spending 140 scrap to get 6% more chance to dodge shots. Whereas I can get value points and level 3 piloting and other things. With 140 scrap, I can get a lot more other useful stuff, in my opinion, than 5% extra chance to dodge. Yeah, I don't know why they don't continue to do 5% per level either. Unless they thought auto scouts with the... Yeah, maybe it's because of auto scouts. Could be that. Okay, alright. That was not a great phase 2. I better, sorry, steal the device, but I need to do this. I'm gonna do this with you too. Not pilot, because I don't want to lose dodge training. If the engines at these higher levels were cheaper, maybe I'd consider it, but to me, it's scrap cost per point of dodge percentage gained is not valuable enough. It's not worth the scrap you spend on it. I would rather spend 90 scrap making it so that I have 1 buffer point, value point, whatever you call it, in weapons, so that my weapons stay online, over a 3 to 6% better chance to dodge any single projectile. What's up, Tic Tac 2? Good to see you, my friend. Alright, I got some decent crew kills there. Man, this would probably be a damageless fight if I had found cloaking this run. I found cloaking when I had the scrap to buy it. Okay, decent dodges there. Beautiful. I think we win that fight. Okay. That should be GG. Okay. GG 6 in a row, my friends. GG. Zoltan A, super strong run. Sector 1, flak. We're able to get it online without dying. Really, really clean run there. Zoltan A showing its quality. Showing its quality there. That is Zoltan A down. Let's see. I know, it took damage, not even that OP. You know what I'd rather have gotten for 150 scrap than the 140 scrap to spend on engines? Frickin' cloaking, you know? Guaranteed dodge. How about that compared to 50% dodge for 140 scrap? If you if you consider that level 6 and 7 engines cost you 140 scrap and give you 6% dodge, you spend 150 scrap on cloaking, it gives you 60% dodge, then you can tell me value of scrap per dodge. How about that for a comparison? Let's check that score. 50-80. Honestly, a pretty low score. For 10 scrap more to buy cloaking and the cost of a system slot, you have 54% more dodge than 140 scrap gets you in the 6th and 7th engine point. So, you still ever get higher level engines? If you have enough scrap, there's nothing else to spend it on. Sure, go for it. But I find them not worth the value of the scrap. All right, my friends, we have time for one more run today. That was a really clean, actually fast Zoltan A run too. So, it's a quick stand-up stretch break. GG chocolate time. Almost forget. You all have a cookie or a piece of chocolate. And our strength there came from loads of drops. That's not included in score. It's true. We got a lot of free weapons. Although we spent a decent amount of scrap on weapons in store too. But quick 60-second stand-up stretch break. See y'all in just a bit. We'll do one more run. Hope to keep the streak alive. Y'all rock. Wrong screen. Sorry.